Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome to a flu season edition of Inside the PFL. I am, of course, your host, Drac, with a little bit of congestion, as I'm sure you can tell, joined by the co host, Mike.
We're here. It's week 10.
We're here.
The,
It's
the last inside the PFL of the season.
correct. The last Inside of the PFL this season. I can't talk right
It's been
now.
a while. I can't believe we're at the end of the season already. It's wild.
I know it flies by.
It really does.
It's always the same thing with me. It's like, wow, we're already at the bye week. Wow, we're already at playoffs.
Yep. It's wild. It's wild to think the season's pretty much over. Just like by the end of the month, it'll all be over.
It sure will. Well, we have 7 battles in this week 10 to cover. So, without further ado, let's get at it. Over on the battle window, first up, we've got Dylan and LCD.
I don't think I actually watched this match.
Well, lucky for both of them, it wasn't a very high stakes match because they both made it into the playoffs, I believe.
Yeah, so they were probably just screwing around.
Yeah, I think LCD ended up, 6-3 for the season, I want to say, and Dylan was 5-4. They're both 5-3 going into this week. Anyway, Dylan gets off to a really, really good start. Get that leftovers off Cradley. Slowbro got chunked.
Love that. You love chunking slow, bro.
Yep. Also a really, really good double on his part.
Oh God, just watching all this pivot is just giving me nightmares of having to deal with it the last week. Like, Torn and Slowbro, even though they both share the electric weakness, is still just terrifying.
Oh, yeah. Like, especially the fast pivot with Torn and it having Regenerator makes it so versatile of him on.
I'm saying,
So
man,
good.
like, my only argument against keeping it out of S tier is Hurricane. That's it. That's it. Besides that, it's a great mod.
Yeah, it's always the sort of supporting actor in games like these.
I love the Kartana knockoff. Oh boy, Arcanine's gonna eat this man. No,
Oh, man.
rip. I thought Arcanine.
I understand why he went for the Morning Sun. You don't expect Kartana to come in after the knock did barely half.
I expected that man to slam whatever fire move he had as fast as possible. Just looking at this team, the only thing that came in kind of nice on it is Laddie. Oh God, Heat Wave. Oh God.
Yeah, and Torn is kind of an issue.
Ooh, he switches.
Yeah, but LCD doesn't blink.
Oh, Gardevoir's dead.
Yeah, Gardevoir's dead. LCD got some really, really good reads this match.
Yeah, or LCD just did what I did the last week, and I'm fucking leaving, and just hit buttons, because that's what you have to do sometimes.
Well, the way this played out, it really looks like LCD just had the read that Scarfish was going to double out.
Yeah.
Which, good on him.
I love Arcanine, just
man,
being there.
-1 Kartana still having its Leaf Blade 3 tapping defensive Arcanine is disgusting.
That was kind of gross, not gonna front. But it's locked. I wonder if that's like a band.
It probably was a band, because I think it hit knock twice against Arcanine last time.
It did. And then
it's
double
gone.
Leaf Blade. Oh, it's so gone. Love how LCD started this season yeets his whole team before week 1.
He had the Suncore with Megazard Y.
The whole team. And here he is in playoffs. Doing well, too. Like, did not barely make playoffs. Was just like, yeah, I can just fuck around this week.
Yeah, Torn obviously going to eat that Scarf low kick.
Just eats it. Cradley is just scaring him from hitting the button, too. Oh, boy, another I ain't fucking leaving moment.
Sash is fun. Not necessarily
until
in the
this
Halo.
happens. Yeah, until that happens.
Yeah, LCD just looked super duper in control of this game. And he gives up Cradley.
Should happen there.
And now we have this Scarfy Scarf situation where Vanillix is 2 points faster than Vish. And it's gone. Quad effective freeze dry.
Damn. Dude, Vanilla X2, like, after looking at the numbers, it did a decent amount of work for his team. He got a
Yeah,
good amount of kills
absolutely.
with it throughout the season.
Yeah, I think it's just a really good pickup for his division. Like, it's faster than Vish and it's got the freeze dry. I mean, it takes away weather from all the other weather people in his division. So, yeah. It's also really interesting how he has a sort of two-piece Dracovish check combo where Vanillix can come in and revenge every single time with the Scarf Freeze Dry. And then Cradley is just immune to Vicious Rend. So, we
Yeah,
talk
it's very
a
useful.
lot about how just water absorbed freeze dryers in general, like Arctivish, Lapras, those kind of mons, are really solid Dracovish checks. But when you've got more than one, that's even better.
Right. Very, very agree. And it went well.
Yep, good stuff. Both making it into playoffs. Congrats to both of them. Next up, we got Tristan against Tomas.
Oh god, Thomas got rickrolled.
Thomas got a little bit rickrolled. You're not wrong.
Scarf Hoopa, as we're about to see, just did it.
Yup. And if you look at the lineup, Scarf Hoopa is good against basically everyone.
Except for Hydreigon.
Sure, except for Hydreigon.
And then
However,
Tristan reads this just so good.
yeah, because he's not going to hit a dark move or a dragon move because it's fairy.
Right.
And I guess the only thing would have been if it was the flash cannon or something. Hoopa was probably dead.
I thought it was actually going to be Z Flash Cannon.
Yeah, but
Not going to front.
instead it was the good old Z Belch.
Then we have Powden here, scaring everything away.
Hippo Pound Town,
Love him.
as we love to call him.
Such a great Pokemon. You don't even need to put him on a sand team. He's just there.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the sand itself is really, really good at just chipping your opponent because, I mean, you're immune to sand, so you just chill on stuff and you're bulky as hell.
Yeah. The one thing he does suffer for is he is the biggest toxic bait ever.
Right, because he doesn't have like any taunt or anything like that, does he?
No. Like just that's his big thing. He's best paired with a good heal bell aromatherapy.
Well, Tristan does have Alcremie. And he
Love
also has
Rotom Heat
Umbreon.
here too. Eating that body press.
Yeah, and this crit right here actually super duper mattered.
Super mattered. 100%.
Because I think Reggie might have just
3-tapped.
well, he would have rested, right? And we didn't see the item, so it was probably Chesto Berry. Then you've got Rotom at... It's either switched out or it's at -4 instead.
Yeah, it's Rotom in a very uncomfortable spot, right?
So that could have been some big issues for Tristan. But, I mean, hey, it's Pokemon. Stuff like this happens.
It do be like that. And then Powden comes back in, right as the sand went away.
And, yeah, like, this little Tangela is pretty much the only option for Hippo. But then, as we're going to see, it just lets in basically everything else on Tristan's team for free. Just take your pick. I mean, Scizor is a fine switch into it. Alcremie is a great switch into it. Dracozolt probably can switch in if you're expecting a Stun Spore or something.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. Aromatherapy, like you were saying.
There's the aromatherapy, yeah. I also want to take mention to pretty consistently where Kyle and Tristan beat our ass. They do it with the team they drafted. They don't use their trades and pickups. Like, ever.
Yep, I've noticed that as well. They pretty much just ride it out with the team they were given.
I mean, but look at them go. That crit probably mattered too. Not that Tangela was doing much back, but...
Right, well, I mean, he could have at least gotten some extra turns by hard outing into either Blaziken or G-Weezing or something like that. Like, I don't think it was monumental.
Burn on the Flare Blitz.
Yeah, that's great. I don't think it was like monumental in terms of swinging the tide of this game, but you hate to see it.
I always forget that Flare Blitz has a chance to burn because I don't Flare Blitz with the intention of the other Pokemon living.
Because you've got something like Darmanitan.
Right. I mean, Blaziken obviously can Flare
wait.
Blitz his way to victory. It's
Well,
just
also,
Powden is a problem.
also Darmanitan can't burn with Flare Blitz.
That's true. Actually, not gonna front. Darm is probably one of my least favorite Flare Blitz users.
Really?
I get that, but
You
he
sure?
extra kills things. Yeah, that's a whole different conversation. But yeah,
Fair enough, yeah.
I know it's ironic, but yes, it's just yeah. And then Scarfoopa comes back and cleans this game.
Yep. Oh, not quite yet. Hoopa has a big special D.
Right, Tristan. I can't remember if this is the first game Hoopa came to, but this was the first week Hoopa got any kills.
I think we've seen Hoopa a couple times from him before, but I mean, it's when Hoopa's competing for kills with like Mega Scizor and Dracozolt, you can't expect him to pick up all the kills. Even
Plus,
if he's
Hoopa also
scuffed.
could run monotony of sets. It's just
That's
it's
true.
a good assault vest holder. It's a good yeah. As long as you watch out for that 4x weakness.
Oh yeah.
And it
Just keep in mind who has Sucker Punch, stuff like that.
Yeah, because otherwise it just kind of falls over. Do love Scizor as a good Sucker Punch answer though. Come on, hit Sucker. I'm gonna hit Swords Dance.
I mean, Mega Scizor's a big old problem.
And we almost moved it down.
I know. I was in the camp of like, hey, you could probably move down, but it's easy to say that when you're not facing down Scizor paired with like Hippowdon, Dracozolt, Rotom, Umbreon.
I'm like 90% sure Tristan was overall first. If not, he was in the top 4 of the draft. I just remember him telling me, yeah, I'll take Mega Scizor. And I just laughed. I was like, oh, God. He knows. But good on him. Tomas had no chance of making playoffs, so this just was a fun game for Tristan.
Yeah, he could have shaken up the placings in his division, I suppose. If he had beaten Tristan, I think Lebo would have been number 1.
Okay, so it was like a seeding game.
Yeah, it was a seeding game. But with that came out of the way, let's go
onward and upward
to the next one. Got M1 against Kyle. Let's give that a play. Now this game was interesting because I feel like M1 had quite a few chances to kind of run with it, but it ended up not working out. I really love bringing the pivot mons this time around with like Ampharos, Articuno, because some of the things we've been saying on Inside the PFL, M1 doesn't have a ton of pivot.
Slow pivot too with his bulk is good.
Right. Also, I love Mold Breaker to potentially eat that Volt Absorb or get around Volt Absorb. That's a lot of fun.
That's why he did it. Okay, because I saw him Volt Absorb out, and then my next thought was, oh my god, he's Water Absorbed, so that Belly Drum Azumarill does dick to him.
Oh yeah, we do see later on that it was okay. Also, haha, Sacred Fire doing 10%.
Yeah,
LOL.
And not burning.
Yeah, as we're gonna see here, it is actually Water Absorbed for Azumarill.
I didn't watch this full game mostly because I was really upset that M1 lost. I just needed him to win.
Right. Yeah. Because
if
M1
Kyle and I were both. Yeah.
You were one
Kyle
plus
and I were
ahead
both
of Kyle.
playing for the same. Yeah, we were both playing for the same playoff spot here.
Yeah, unfortunate.
It'd be what it is. I had a terrible season, bruh. Love that Visage is making Mega Ampharos want to cry. Also, it's a lot from that Volt Switch.
Mega Ampharos has like 165 special attack, yo.
Like, it almost makes you wonder if he just hit T-Bolt there and sacked Ampharos and put Conkeldurr in a jet range or something.
Possibly. I mean, we are seeing that it's special Azumarill with Thick Fat for that Sacred Fire.
Oh, okay.
Because I imagine Sacred Fire is doing a lot more than 10% naturally.
That's fair. That's what it was. Okay. I didn't even, play no mind to that. I was just like, okay, yeah, cool. That makes sense. Azumarill's fat.
I mean, Azumarill is fat. Like, its attack and special attack are among its lowest stats.
Talk about how he ran Sunny Day Weather Ball Roserade.
That's not the first time Kyle's done this, actually.
I hate him. Like, I need fire coverage. That's not Entei. Speaking of the devil.
Yeah, and also speaking of the devil, just gonna pause real quick, go back a turn. Something that when you're facing off Zoroark, you always just got to keep in mind of the HP of other Pokemon, because Entei is absolutely not at full here, Despite, you
No.
hover over
Yeah.
Entei in the UI, it says 100%. That's because Entei's on the field right now. And they don't want
Yeah.
this, like, meta strategy of, like, oh, well, Zoroark is basically useless because you can just hover over the HPs. But no, you actually
Yeah, but then
you have to do your diligence, write them down.
no, you don't. Hover over that again.
It says 100%.
Choice band was knocked off. How are you gonna have 100% health if you don't have a choice band anymore, bro?
Oh, that's a good point. But it could have been anything other than, like, choice band, right? It could have. I guess in this situation, you would know for sure.
It doesn't. Yes, in this situation, you'd know for sure by hovering over because it says choice band's knocked off 100%.
That's true.
I didn't use corrosive gas and I didn't use like trick, because it says like something else for frisk. I think it says.
Yeah,
frisk,
it'll say the item
actually
was frisked or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that allows Kyle to get a really juicy read.
Yeah. M1 just clicked and then I feel like kind of went downhill.
Yeah, so I think in a situation like that, you maybe could have gone into, I don't know, like, I guess Articuno is pretty healthy and is quite big. Aerodactyl's obviously faster and resists the poison move.
Sacking your Entei check is not great.
Not great.
Okay, so we see Dactyl here, and Dactyl can actually... Never mind. If that was like a good Hone Claws, it could have done some work. Oh, God, and he missed.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
I mean, it allows Corviknight to just get out of kill range.
True. I mean...
Oh, and he went D-Dance over Hone Claws?
Right. I mean, Zoroark's a really powerful Scarfer.
I guess, but like, if you're at... yeah, okay. And then he misses again.
I know, the second miss. Oh.
See, that's why I'm saying Hone Claws, just like...
Yeah, Hone Claws. I mean, okay, you do know this after you only know this after the fact that Hone Claws was the quote unquote better play, right? But
what's Dactyl's base speed?
130.
Thank you. I get that Zoroark is a good speed guy, going fast with the choice scarf, but like, you have 130 base speed.
Oh, and there's another.
Yeah, and then he does it again.
Trick.
He does it again.
Wait, hang on a second. I think you might have messed up King of the Kill because it's occurring to me now that you said Entei got 5 kills.
I didn't mess it up.
No, I know it's the replay analyzer. The replay analyzer can't distinguish between Zoroark and Entei. So Zoroark got those 5 kills.
Up the whole season.
Oh, I don't think Zoroark got 20 kills.
Zoroark got kills.
Yeah, he got some amount of kills.
Oh, God damn it. That fucks up everything. Kyle had a couple cheeky Zoroark plays.
That's true. I mean, it got 5 kills this match.
That's what I'm saying, like...
Huh. I don't know.
Fuck. I don't want to go back through all those games. I have to go back through all those games and actually watch them and count how many kills Entei gets. Or Zoroark gets.
Something tells me that it's not 20. But I might be...
5 in one match is a lot.
That's true. I mean, hey, I got 6 this week.
Yeah, fuck. Boy. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
We'll check this out after the broadcast. Yeah, maybe Zoroark is like at least on the board or something.
Let me see. What's Kyle's plus? No, because that wouldn't matter either. Son of.
Yeah, the plus doesn't necessarily matter for the number of kills.
Listen, he has 18 kills with Entei alone. Like, if any of those kills outside of these 5, and Zoroark already has 5, so Zoroark's at 10 kills right now.
Yeah.
Once I take those 5 away, so if I only having to find 10 more is not. Oh shit. But
we'll see.
Zoroark might have won King of the Kill. The goddamn replay analyzer let me down. Alright, figure that out.
I don't think we've seen Zorak go like on a rampage the same way like a Raichu has, but probably has a couple. A couple unaccounted for. Um. Anyway, next match. It is my match against Murphy. You doing okay, Mike? Having an
No,
existential crisis?
I'm having an existential crisis right now. God damn it.
I
Okay.
didn't do this. I didn't do this to make work for you. I promise.
No, because you wanted to win, right? If anything, you could have just fucked yourself.
Hey, I conduct myself with candor. What can I say?
That's fair. All right, you versus
Me
you
versus
versus
Murphy.
Murphy.
Yeah, let's go. So I went into this with one mission and one mission only: get all of the kills on Omastar. So, that's why you see me like I'm getting out rocks to get stuff within chip range for Omastar. I'm just playing it really really close to the chest. So, I
Right,
mean,
because why not?
we have spoiled it at this point that Omastar does go off, but again, yeah, I already sealed my spot at the top of the division. This wasn't a super high stakes game. It was pretty much just for seeding.
And King of the Kill.
Yeah. So I basically was just playing this for King of the Kill.
You could have swept with Durant too. If you got 6 kills with Durant, you would have won.
That's true. It would have gotten. It's a lot harder to sweep with Durant though. Like every time you're risking a hustle miss, stuff like that.
That's true, but like, Banded First Impression at least murders 2 of these people I'm looking at.
Oh yeah, of course.
Just absolutely murders them.
Yeah, and this was a little bit of an awkward spot for me because I had like a good chunk of Spadef and Durant with the intention of living a hurricane, but that was living a hurricane from full in the U-turn chip. I didn't calc
Yeah.
it in the game, but I was pretty sure that U-turn chip was enough to get me within hurricane kill range.
Yeah, so you leave.
Yep.
And
Murph.
Rotom taking a nice nothing.
Yep. Murphy actually was kind of outplaying me in the beginning of the game, but when it comes around to him bringing out Rain again, that's sort of when the wheels come off and Omastar just does the Omastar thing.
Swift
So,
Swim Omastar's hilarious.
yep.
Swift Swim Shell Smash Omastar.
Oh yeah, because I needed the Swift Swim to outspeed Ludicolo. Otherwise, the single Shell Smash wouldn't have done it. I was proud of this play right here, getting the double out of Nidoking because I knew that he knew for that Stomping Tantrum was coming.
Oh yeah. Nidoking ain't faster.
No. Heck no. And he rests on the turn that I TP out, and that was like, okay, time to go.
It's time.
Let's go, big guy. And I guess he could have switched out earlier, but at the same time, it does kind of look like almost a free turn for him to get off the rest counter, just because.
I'm surprised you didn't Shell Smash again. Sorry.
Oh.
I would have. I so would have hit that button again. After seeing him stay there, I would have been like, "Oh, okay. I'm gonna double win this game now."
I don't know what I was really thinking. I was just like, okay, because I knew if it was full Fizz Def Politoed, then Omastar. Oh, Sash, let's go. I knew that full
like,
Fizz Def I could 2-tap it in the rain. So I was just thinking like, okay, let's just start clicking buttons.
You're so lucky you didn't have Sucker on Mawile.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a gamble because I was kind of operating under the knowledge from like our first game where he didn't bring Sucker on Mawile. He brought kind of a wonky set with like Substitute and Sword Stance.
Yes, that's right.
Omastar. I mean, it's kind of like GG already, even if he were to like play I don't know, like more perfect in this end game. However, something he could have done was bring Politoed in on the last turn of rain, and maybe he could have survived 2 surfs.
Oh yeah.
So the rain wouldn't be out, but that's sort of like not a situation you super want to be in.
No, right.
So I can
Also, surprised he didn't keep rotating in and out of Mawile, although you are running the special set.
Well, yeah, I'm running the special set. It wouldn't have super mattered.
Wow.
But yeah, Omastar
Yeah,
cleans it.
I would have smashed again. Not gonna front. Seeing him just stay there on Polytoad to try and burn a rest counter, I would have been that guy. I would have been like, oh, idiot, and then shell smashed again. But you still won. You still got 6 heals with Omastar. Lord Helix.
Hell yeah, Lord Helix.
Noodly
Let's
boy.
go. Very happy that it worked out, and I'm very happy that, this tier 5 mon is carrying me this season.
Yes. Yes. Can it carry you? Can it carry you to the chip though, bro? That's the real question.
Why? Hopefully I can. I finally get my chip.
Yeah.
Anyway. Sorry. Anyway, next game. We got Bick against Dave. This is kind of an unfortunate game.
More unfortunate. I feel like Bick was just really pissed off.
Yeah. It's hard to not be pissed off when the first few turns go as terribly as they do. And then the RNG doesn't really even let up. However, Ancient Power is kind of sick, I'm not going to lie. Especially in a situation like this where, you know you're faster because you've paired the thing that's switching in. It's like, hey, let me fish for that 10% proc. So, I mean, I can see where Dave's mind was in that, and I like it. I think it probably also has a pretty good matchup against, like, Zygarde or even Seismitoad, because, I mean, it does get access to Freeze Dry, I'm pretty sure. There's a lot of stuff on this team that doesn't want to Freeze Dry.
It's very true. A lot of this team doesn't want to Freeze Dry. Sorry, I was talking to Kyle live. I want to see if he could remember any other sweeps with Zora Arc, and he said,
okay.
No.
I think Zorak is in that sort of Durant situation where, it doesn't often super sweep a team, but you get off a couple cheeky, tricks with him. Like, you
I
fool your
wouldn't
opponent
say
and you get...
sweep might be the wrong word there, because he didn't sweep. He came in and out and in and out.
That's true.
So sweep might be the wrong word. He just kind of whittled down everything and eventually killed them. That liquidation doing nothing. Auroras, MVP of this game.
Yeah, Auroras kind of did a lot of work. It paralyzed Glalie. That's a pretty big
Huge
thing because it's faster than everything except Megadactyl.
Right. Neither team wants a freeze dry, actually, if we're going to be that guy.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Chandeler's not huge.
Right. Chandelure doesn't want 2 freeze dries, and the rest of this team does not want 1.
Yeah, very, very true.
And Vaporeon, the internet ruined you for me.
Vippy. As
such a good Pokemon, and I can never draft it again.
Yeah, or else you're going to be accused of being a furry.
Right.
You can be like Bick and just lean into it.
No. We don't support furries here. Just like we don't support Fortnite.
What about Fortnite furries? Super no.
If you can see the face, it would give it all away right now.
Your forehead is scrunched so much.
It's not even scrunched. It's just like jaw. Just like why? How do you even put those 2 words together next to each other in a sentence? Oh, but yeah, there's a game happening right now where Vaporeon is just kind of hanging out.
Distracted. Yeah, okay. Aurora's down.
We didn't miss much. Vaporeon just hit buttons in front of Bick, who just kind of pivoted a couple times to try and get around it.
Pretty much, yeah. That's exactly what happened.
It's been Vaporeon and Tangrowth and Bick going Argh! Because he lost his only answer to both of them. Sad that it was the same Pokemon.
I think that's an AV Mesprit. Because it took like no damage.
You're right. It is an AV Mespirit.
It took like no damage from the Blizzard from Auroras, and that Sludge Bomb did like almost sealed it for Christ's sake.
Do you know what actually sealed this? Bick naming at least one of his Pokemon because I'm not enough of a person to know. Are all of those MGK names?
Probably.
Or is just Emo Girl? I only know Emo Girl because it's the dumbest goddamn song, and I will never. MGK is worse than Fortnite.
I'll
Saying
take
it
your word
now.
for it. I don't know. Ooh, that's a good read.
Draco. That's a good Draco. That's a great Draco. Dragalge, great Pokemon. Very undervalued.
Adaptability is absolutely no joke.
Dragon Poison, terrifying offensively.
Yeah, for sure. And he's
Except
got the huge
steel types.
True. Dragalge also has the huge special D, so it
Yeah.
can eat a lot of, glancing, dazzling gleams or moon blasts.
And it also gets flip turns, so it's like slow pivot.
Yeah, like Flip Turn is so good on it.
Can we talk about how Bick didn't get a single flinch? Not one.
That's true. He doesn't get a single flinch.
He
60%
he
to
hits a lot of
0%.
air slash for Togekiss to not get a flinch. I've been there though. I've been there. That's kind of the problem with Togekiss. Like, if you draft it just going cool, maybe I can get some air slash flinches off and win a game. Like, that's risk.
Yeah, it normally sort of accidentally happens that way.
Right. Like, you shouldn't plan to get air slash flinches. It should
Right.
just hopefully you get them.
I like this
Megadactyl
switch,
being at
though.
50. Yeah. So then
You get the wish.
Megadactyl now.
And now Bix in a huge world of trouble.
Well, no, because Quillfish can just keep doing what it's gonna do.
True,
Just
but
keep
I mean,
intimidating.
does Quillfish really want the EQ? Okay, Shuckaberry. That's decent.
It's not really, yeah. And then, see, I'm surprised that wasn't a T-Wave or a Liquidation. That was really a
Yeah.
bad play on Bick.
Yeah, especially since you know it almost certainly has EQ, because what's your fourth move on him? It's not like you have a quad weak to fire or anything.
Like, T-Wave could have at least given you some RNG rolls. I mean, Liquidation might not have killed, but it might have. Might have done some damage. Put it in an uncomfortable position.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have. Oh, this flinch though. Oh,
This flinch, yeah.
That's so cruel.
Yeah. I don't think that flinch mattered at that point. I kind of think this game's been over since,
Yeah,
honestly, Megadactyl hit the field.
right. I mean, Vaporeon is at full, or not at full. Vaporeon's like reasonably healthy. Tangrowth is going to be close to full when it comes in, so I don't think that Zygarde was really going to bring it home. But you still hate to see it. It doesn't feel
really
good.
do. It's definitely salt in the wound. To just end it,
absolutely.
though, like, I understand what Dave was doing there.
Oh, hey, Missed Ice Fang.
Hey. Surprised I was outraged, too, over 1,000 Arrows. Like, just...
It wouldn't have mattered. Well, 1,000 Arrows would have done less.
No, it wouldn't have.
Yeah, it would. If it's always neutral against a mon that's flying. It only uses
I didn't
its
know
flying
that.
type after it gets smacked down.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought it would hit the rock.
No, it's
always
neutral
1,000 Arrows
to
doesn't
flying.
hit Steela super effective. Interesting.
If it's still flying, it won't hit it super effective. It'll hit neutral on the very first one, and then okay, say you have Corviknight against Zygarde. The first one is neutral. The second one would be super effective.
Huh. Okay.
Because
Say I learned.
if you manage to live 1,000 arrows, you'll have that little sort
Smacked
of text.
down, yeah.
Yeah, it says smackdown. That just means you've lost your flying type.
Oh,
In terms of
okay.
weaknesses,
Okay.
you'll still have stab boosting for flying moves.
Okay, it's like Roost.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Roost.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean Dave gets a solid +5.
That
Helped
did
a little
nothing.
bit by RNG, but I mean he looked like he had a pretty solid game plan regardless of the RNG. So
Oh, it fucked Bick out of playoffs. That's what it did.
true. I mean Bick would have. Well, Kyle also would have had to lose for Bick to get into playoffs.
No, maybe I
think
don't know Bick's plus.
It's like 8.
Then yes. Okay, yeah, Kyle would have had to lose.
Well, with that out of the way, we've got 2 more battles left. So let's
Man.
go to the first one. And it's yours, Mike.
Hey, my
Let's
game that
go.
mattered so much at the time and then didn't matter at all.
Well, hey, you played as well as you could have. You played to your outs for getting into playoffs, so
I did.
it's pretty good.
And I kind of just... This was another game where I was just in Sheija's head from turn 1.
Yeah, it sort of seemed like he didn't really know what to do about a lot of stuff, and you also had sets that super duper countered the stuff that he wanted to bring.
Like this Crobat just got murdered by the combination of Wheezing and Volcanion.
Yeah, because Crobat can't really touch Weezing, can it?
No. Super Fang would have been super useful.
True. Oh, quad resisted Heat Wave, love it.
Yeah, with the booties. So every time Volcanion came in, I was like, do I go for damage or do I go for and hit defog? Do I go for damage? Do I go and hit defog?
I mean, Volcanion has such strong stabs with a pretty good special attack that
That was my problem.
It's too good to not hit buttons.
I was looking at this team and I was like, nothing wants his burn from the Steam Eruption right now. Like, oh god, that Rocky Helmet. Him living there was unfortunate. I thought he was gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that really switches in is like Feeny and Pult, and Pult has a tough time switching into anything, and Feeny, I guess it can't get burned from like a Fire Blast or a Steam Eruption, but
And if that is
you also get Sludge Bomb on this thing.
I do, and spoilers, I do have Sludge Bomb on that thing. that Volcanion was actually built to fight Feeny again because it just hard counters it.
Yeah, because Feeny can't touch it. I mean, you resist the fairy move,
and then I get all my health back if you hit Surf. Have a good time.
Right. It can like hit you with Nature's Madness. That's about it.
Mario went, oh my god, he stayed in. And I went, yes, he did. I thought Steelix was coming in. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, if Steelix comes in, I can probably kill it with the close combat.
At that point, he didn't really have a great switch into anything from Terrakion after you get the Sword Stance off. So.
Also, 100% my EVs kept me alive here for the second hit because knowing that Terrakion was faster than pretty much his whole team, I only needed so many EVs for Feeny.
Right, and Terrakion has such good defensive stats. It's like 90 across the board, so if you get like 150 or whatever EVs in health, that's quite a bit of tankiness.
Yep, and it kept me alive to just be able to get rid of Feeny. And now here we are again, where Miltank just walls Pult to no end.
It's so hilarious that stupid cow walls Dragapult.
Like, I did not think it would wall it as well as it. Although I feel like part of the reason it has is because he has. I've been able to outread him. I haven't put him in a situation where he can just like hit Z Dragon on it because, as we see in this match, Bulu is a thing.
Yeah, Bulu is really strong, and even stronger. Not to even call attention to its incredible high, like base power, like wood hammers with the grassy terrain with 130 attack. Even without all of that, has some really strong sets like Leech Seed, like T-Wave, gets both screens. Also, good morning, M1. Congratulations on breakfast.
I did not want this poison. That was part of the reason I was afraid to keep switching Volcanion in, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Volcanion doesn't stay on the field super duper long anyway, so.
No, and he misplayed really bad with this Espeon. This Calm Mind was very interesting. Although he can't hit Psychic and he can't hit Dazzling Gleam because of the spread on my team. So, like, I guess what do you do?
Right. It could have been an issue if he had, like, a subset. That could have been interesting.
Yeah, that would have been actually really interesting. I also want to know what would happen if I just hit Lariat there, how much damage Steelix would have taken, but I didn't feel like risking it at that point.
+1 Lariat's probably doing, like, 35-ish.
That's what I'm saying, and that was Scarf Crook specifically to deal with this Dragapult.
Oh yeah, like Dragapult's speed is always such an issue that you've got to have a contingency for non-scarfed Pult.
Play the game,
dude. That was sick. I love that.
So that was another thing where no matter what button he hit, I had an immunity for, so we both had to like try and read each other.
Right, and you just got all of the good reads.
Really though. Also, loving just this whole Bulu again was just in his way. He just couldn't do anything about it.
It seems like such a memey Bulu set, but you get so much off of grassy terrain. The combination of grassy terrain and Leech Seed, it's Leech Seed, stupid.
Yeah. And if I wasn't burned here, it would have killed the Steelix.
Oh, I believe you. For sure.
Well, the Steel Berry, 100%. Steel Berry has me live here, and then we get all my health back, and then I kill with the Horn Leech the next turn. Honestly, I might have double Horn Leeched instead of Leech Seeded, just knowing.
Critical doing 12%. You were burned, though, so.
I was burned, right.
But now it's just a matter of Crook doing Crook things.
I actually didn't go Crook, I don't think. I think I went into Volcanion first, because I didn't think I'd get the kill. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
And then Volcanion did something bonkers and lived this hit from Dragapult.
Yeah,
This
doesn't
was just
Volcanion have pretty respectable defenses?
that I wasn't invested into. Yeah, it's like 100, a lot special defense. I love Volcanion. Honestly, one of the core bonds on my team this season.
And you go into Miltank to save a plus, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yes, because I was playing for playoffs and I was like,
Right.
I need to figure out what's happening. That crit scared me.
Yeah, as much as I always say, like, oh, play for the win, don't play for plus, this situation that you're in, you absolutely got to play for plus because you're on the cusp of not making playoffs if you sacrifice 2 mons to get an easier victory.
My worst case there was that crit actually doing enough to kill me, and then I just cleaned into crit.
Yeah. At that
Like,
point,
I
you
won
would've
that
been
game no
tied.
matter what.
At that point, if you would have been tied for the playoff spot if Kyle had ended up losing.
Oh, yeah, right. So I needed the plus there.
Yeah. Well, you would have been fighting for the last playoff spot anyway at that point. So
Yes,
you would have
me and
actually,
Kyle
we would have had a play-in game for the play-ins because I think we can't.
That Kyle would have been involved in. Because I think it was
that
Mitch
Kyle
and
would have
Kyle
been
the first
involved
time.
in. Yeah.
Amazing.
But yeah, everything, like, you looked like you had no problems at all that game. You were just on it.
I was reading his team. Once I found out his once I learned his sets, it was over. Once I learned that was Z-Drag, like, it did not go well for him. If I went into Volcanion there or Miltank like I was going to, it would have went different, but I outplayed Siege to try and get into playoffs, and nobody else won and or lost their matches that I needed to. Everything else went wrong, things that I couldn't control.
Right, like, you did the best with the hands you were dealt, so
right.
Don't feel too bad about missing playoffs. Like, that was still a pretty good season for you.
Listen, I'm still the most average player in the league, and I'm fairly sure I still have the most wins behind Manus, but that's a lot due to the fact that I've just been in the league so long. I could be wrong about that. Joe said I'm something else behind Manus. I can't remember what.
Well, I guess we'll maybe get back to that anyway. Last game, we got Jack against James.
This game was wild.
Yeah, this was also a wild game.
This game was wild. First of all, this whole interaction. Dink.
Yeah, James, I believe he said after the match that he was sashed. However, rough skin happens.
Forgot about rough skin. Yep.
And he actually forgets about rough skin twice because towards the end of the game he could have used rough skin to save him.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I know that offensive chomp is the play, but, like, I love a good defensive chomp.
Yeah, it definitely got the kit for a good defensive set.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just got such a good speed tier and such good stabs.
And then this goddamn thing.
Yep, cosmic power, because of course it is.
And then Jack was like, no.
Hey.
Not playing this game.
You're locked now.
Imagine if James attacked there. Just start hitting Specs Moonblast. Although Simisear just comes in.
I don't know if it... Well, it probably eats one Specs Moonblast.
Yeah. He tried.
Speaking of Specs Moonblast, though.
Love Garchomp not leaving.
Yeah, I'm actually a little shocked that Jack stayed in and went for that Iron Head. Just because... Well, I guess it depends on the kit of Clefable, because did it have 2 attacking moves or just 1 with some like backup aromatherapy or something, or heal bell?
If I had to guess, Jack also didn't give a shit about this game because he like very much won our division.
Yeah, that's true. Not a lot at stake for him.
Right.
Okay, yeah, Specs Moonblast doing 40.
And then Gunk Shot, dead.
Kadoosh.
Simisear was literally there to just kill.
Yeah, pretty much. It hit all of his team pretty good, I think, actually.
Love that read.
Sick.
That was such a good read.
Yeah, I mean, James definitely is not a bad player. He just always pulls out goofy stuff, and I think sometimes it just bites him a little bit.
Goofy stuff, and this is special Adrenaline Orb on
Dude,
T-Tar.
Adrenaline Orb was actually sick, though.
Special Adrenaline Orb. Not just Adrenaline Orb. Special Adrenaline Orb T-Tar.
Why do you act like mixed and special sets always are
Because it's
completely out of left
T-Tar.
field.
You expect a physical T-Tar, and then this
It
man
has like
just starts...
it has like 90 special attack.
Listen, if I see a Tyranitar, I do not expect it to hit fucking Ice Beam on me, and then this man's
Mega
like,
T-Tar that
ooh,
is 90. Let me
I
check.
see Lando there. I see this is a good opportunity to make T-Tar just start going off.
Yeah, regular Tyranitar has 95 special attack.
What's his attack?
134.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
I get
drill doing stuff.
His special attack is high, but his attack is extra high.
But bro, he's got that early gen coverage though.
That's true. He does get every stupid speed.
Scarf.
Scarf.
Sent to Scorch.
Is there?
Scarf sent to Scorch.
Still not faster than Azelf.
Nope. Scarf or Azelf with 115 speed is barely faster.
By about 25 speed.
That sounds right.
Scarf's 1.5, right?
Yep, Scarf is 1.5. Oh, and here's the moment where James sort of threw. Because if we go back, I'll let this turn play out. If he had sacked Sent to Scorch there to kill Garchomp, right? You know, you hit it with lunge. You
die, yep.
Yeah, you die. And then the thing that James was scared of was killing with Scale Shot. So, or I guess you were hitting Fire Lash at that point, but it doesn't matter. So, Sent to Scorch dies to Rough Skin before Scale Shot can come off, so there's no +1 speed. And then G Rapidash is faster than the last two Mons, so it could have cleaned up.
Yep.
But instead...
Yeah, James definitely threw at the end.
Yeah, instead Iron Head happens. Ugh.
Rough Skin, Iron... Rough Skin. Just Garchomp. Garchomp is such a great Pokemon. I love him.
Yeah, Garchomp has always been a good Mon. Yeah, and we can see on our end. You can't see on the stream, but they're talking about the Scale Shot Rough Skin interaction. All James really had to do was sack Sent to Scorch. Yep.
James was also playing for a playoff spot he could have got in if things went his way.
Oh, was he 3?
I mean, Kyle winning and Nigeria winning kind of...
Oh, true.
Yeah, Mishi and James were all in the same spot.
That's... Hey, in a different world, maybe all you guys got in if you won your games with super high pluses.
I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, what can you do?
It was my first season kind of running the league. I had other shit to do.
Fair enough. Well, that does it for the off-stream battles. Now, we have our new and improved 700 Club raring to go. And M1 is the 700 Club pilot, as he was the challenger last week. And he is chosen, drumroll please, Pheromosa. Dun 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 dun. A Pheromosa. So, M1 for his 700 Club team has chosen Houndoom, Regular Ass Mawile, Garbodor, Go Goat, Togedemaru, Pinsir, Delcatty, Altaria, Galarian Stunfisk, and Bruxish. And Mike, why don't you inform us who the challenger is this week?
Oh, it's me. We're going to battle him. I was going to try and do something super extra fancy, but it didn't go through. So I'm going to battle him with my team. You guys are going to hear my awful thoughts that go through my head as we battle M1 here to do the last 700 Club of the season.
Alrighty then. So I guess challenge whenever you guys are ready.
Trust me, I'm challenged.
Somebody challenge somebody else.
It's been done.
We're
waiting.
Here.
Come on, M1, accept it. Do it.
I like Pheromosa a lot. It's, super strong, super fast, but it does die to a stiff breeze.
Oh yeah, Pheromosa, great Pokemon, could definitely sweep a team, could also just fall right over. It goes either way, really.
Yeah, it's got like 20 in both its defenses and probably its HP as well.
I mean, that's because all its other stats are just bonkers.
Yeah, it's got like 130 plus in every single other stat. You guys need to get up already.
M1! There we go. He accepted it.
Okay, you guys are up now.
We're up.
Okay. Let's get this picture out of the way. Switch sides so we've got it from the point of view of the 700 Club. And what do we have here? Obviously, M1 brought Pheromosa. Also brought Houndoom, Togedemaru, Altaria, Garbodor, and Gogoat.
And Gogoat.
Mike has brought Crocodile, Volcanion, Weezing, Miltank, Skarmory, and Terrakion. This is such a Mike team. God damn it.
Actually, you know what? It's like half a Mike team. Because I had Volcanion early. I've had Crook at least once. I've had Miltank a million times because it's just so goddamn good. Happy with Terrakion. I always wanted to take him. He's been so good. All right.
Terrakion is so good. You guys can go for it when ready.
Are we ready?
There we go. And the music is on. Interested to see what goes on here. M1 doesn't have a ton in the way of hazards. Oh, Garbodor.
No, he doesn't.
What's going to happen now? I feel like I want to make predictions, but you're on the call, so...
Oh, you can make predictions. I don't care. I'm about it. I know what button I hit. I don't
Yeah.
know if I'm ones here or I just straight tell you what I hit right now.
I feel like he probably muted the broadcast because that would be a little distracting. But I mean, listen, if I know you, you're hitting Swords Dance. Okay, Rock Polish. Same idea. Gogo is mono grass, so...
It is.
Do you actually have anything for this? X-Scizor. Ooh. Horn Leech. Ooh. Oh, weakness policy.
Yeah, now we're going fast.
Yeah, you're going fast now. Now, Rocky Helmet Togedemaru could be an issue if he just like go. Nope, he's just letting it go. I knew that was coming. If he had gone into like Rocky Helmet Togedemaru, you probably would have at least been in range of like a 2-tap from just the recoil.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been in a fun spot, that's for sure. M1 is not happy right now. I can promise you that.
Yeah, probably not. Terrakion is going to be faster than literally everything.
It hits everything right now. He goes, okay, GG.
GG. Should have gone into Togedemaru, dude. You knew the X-Scissor was coming. Just don't let stuff die.
Yeah, but spoilers, Drac gets Earthquake.
That's true.
I don't
Did you
remember
bring
if I have
bring
it.
both stabs?
I don't remember,
No,
honestly.
you brought both. You brought the other stabs. You didn't bring Earthquake. All right, is Stone Edge gonna miss?
Oh, is Stone Edge gonna miss? The question of the day. And what's without autism? Oh my god.
Oh!
Ooh, I get another chance.
Watch it have like Charty Berry or Sash.
Right?
It probably doesn't, but oh yeah, it's gone.
Oh, and I crit him. Okay.
Oh yeah, crit didn't matter though.
No, it didn't. Yeah, I think that's the game.
Send him Togedemaru. He's in range of Iron Barbs.
I am in range of Iron Barbs.
And then this is the turn you break out like Rest or something with your fourth move.
Oh my god, that would be such balls. No, because he'd be able to 2-3 tap me with... No, I don't know. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
He'd be able to get a nut. No, damn.
Yeah, you can't even
Garbodor,
nuzzle
okay.
if it's... I mean, I don't think it wants a +2 Stone Edge. Oh, EQ.
It doesn't want an Earthquake.
Oh, so you didn't take CC.
Why? I have Earthquake.
Oh, no, so no Sash anywhere, it looks like. And Pheromosa is super dead to any button you click. Oh, never mind.
I was gonna say it lives the earthquake.
Okay, now can you actually kill Pheromosa back, though, is the question. Oh, it's Life Orb. Okay, never mind.
He's like, why? What happened? Why didn't you hit Stone Edge? Because I was gonna miss Stone Edge on one. That's why.
I didn't know that. You could have hit.
Oh, I knew that.
It's 80%.
No, I was missing Stone Edge.
I mean, Pheromosa... Does Pheromosa get CC? I don't know. What is with this animation on Pheromosa? What is going on? This is gonna, like, give me psychosis or something.
Hold on, I gotta see it from your screen. Oh, yeah, I don't like that.
Huh.
I don't like that at all.
Low kick. Oh, rip. Oh, and that's the 700 club. Rock Polish, Weakness Policy, Terrakion. Let's go.
Love Dracian, he's so good.
Terrakion is really good.
Yeah. That was also another defensive Dracian. I don't think I had any attack investment.
Okay, I mean, that makes... You don't really need it if you've got the Weakness Policy, though, so fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. That was... Damn. Good game.
Yeah, I mean, Terrakion just kind of shit on all the mons he brought, unfortunately.
Yeah, once I saw that, I didn't need close combat. I knew that Earthquake was enough to hit everything.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, the only thing it really didn't hit was... Okay, it didn't hit half the team, but the other half just died as hell to it.
Yeah.
And I'm obviously Stone Edge was good enough to clean up Altaria. Anyone else?
That was it.
That's all she wrote. So, let us take a look at King of the Kill. Those are our not exactly up-to-date standings for King of the Kill.
They are up to date. If Kyle doesn't think he got any other sweeps, I'm not putting the work in. If he ain't that worried about it, I ain't that worried about it. Next season, when somebody drafts Zora Arc, I will do my due diligence and just watch that battle.
Okay, fair enough. I'll probably go back on my own and count them just because I want to know.
All right. If you want to go count all the Zora Arc kills and let me know, be my guest.
Sure thing. Anyway, Omastar picked up 6. Let's go. 20.
It really did, though.
Overtaken a Raichu. The Tier 5 Menace.
So it's actually kind of funny. The standings in King of the Kill didn't really change this week. Just the mons on the board didn't really change. They just kind of moved what spot they were in.
True. I mean, Durant stayed at 5.
Durant stayed at 5, but the other 4 moved, and then I had to add Vanillux and take something else off. I forget what.
Yeah, I think that's how normally it goes at the end, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
It got pretty stagnant.
pretty hard to shake stuff up too much at the very end.
The mid season was the worst part of it, but once we got towards the end, it stayed pretty stagnant. People broke away and stuff.
Yep. I'm pretty happy I got 2 mons on the top 5. That's pretty sick. Including
Didn't
the
most
winner.
of your Omastar kills come from like 3 games? Me,
Dave.
No, sorry, 4 games. Me, Dave twice, and that Murphy game.
Yeah, it could have gotten another 2 kills against Jim if it didn't get paralyzed.
Yes.
But, you know, that's what happens when you sweep.
Well, Drac, don't spend your $10 all in one place. Buy yourself something nice.
I will. Yes, there was cash money up for grabs with King of the Kill.
I shipped it out to him as soon as I knew he won.
Yes, you did. It was like Friday afternoon or something.
Right. I saw you won, and I was like, well, might as well just get this out of the way now.
Yeah, because at that point, even if Entei had gotten all 6 kills, it still would have been at 19.
Right.
Like, actually Entei, not Zoroark Entei.
Right.
But that's where we stand. A Raichu got 0 kills this week. Good job, Nigeria. High five.
Damn.
The Cotton Ball's OP, yeah.
The Cotton Ball is OP.
Whimsicott doesn't need Prankster. What were you doing, Game Freak? Anyway, that wraps it up. That's another King of the Kill in the bag. Big 2-0. What's the most number of kills we've ever had? Do you know off the top of your head?
That's a joke question.
You're right, that is a joke question. I don't even know why I asked you, to be honest.
Yeah,
I knew
that's a
you
joke
didn't
question.
know. Anyway, let's take a look at the standings. Da-da-da-da. All up to date. All 9 games accounted for everybody. So our division winners are myself in the Fortress division, Magnezone division. Tristan's at the lead. Manny wins Metagross division. The winner of Skarmory is Jim. And the winner of Steelix is Jack.
I like how Manny didn't bother to put me and James in the right order.
Oh, that's true. Cinderace had at least 25. Oh, yeah, I believe that.
Yeah,
Cinderace
James
is
got a lot of
bastard.
kills with Cinderace that one season. I think that was the season that he actually did win King the kill.
Yeah, Cinderace is a bastard. Every move being stab is pretty intense.
All stab all the time, baby.
Hell yeah. All right. The playoff picture, the thing everybody wants to know. Who are our
It's not
playoff
the
contenders?
picture, it's the actual playoff.
It is. Maybe that's still a picture.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. So, with that big win over Murphy, I clinched the first seed, 7-2 plus 29. Hot on my heels, Jack 7-2 plus 26. Jim 7-2 plus 16. That does it for the 7-2s. And 4th seed, Manny, the winner of the Metagross division, 6-3 plus 26. And Tristan, winning his division, 6-3 plus 18. Now, let's take a look at our wild cards. LCD, the best wild card, seed 6, 6-3 plus 16. Kyle, 5-4 plus 20. And then 3 5-4 plus 14s with Nigeria, Lebo, and Dylan. And Manny did some strength of schedule seeding to seed them within that 5-4 plus 14 bracket that they have. Then Hunter sliding in with a cool 5-4 plus 10. And then seed 12 would be Mike with 4-5 plus 16.
Thanks. Just
throwing that out there.
You know what? I have more plus than most of the wild cards.
That's correct. You do.
And
that's why plus
fewer
is important.
Wins. Yeah, plus is very important.
I mean, you averaged 4 kills or plus 4 each game. That's
yeah.
Really good.
I used to get into playoffs and have like plus 10 and just win my games. So I don't know if it's better that I'm losing my games and getting higher pluses or what here. I think I'd rather just go back to winning. I'd rather go back to winning.
Yeah, that's true. I am the only Fortress Division member to make the playoffs. You're all right, Lord Ariados. I almost said Lord Helix. It's because I was reading the King of the Kill doc earlier, and I see you put Omostar's Lord Helix on the doc.
Oh yes, when I was doing King of the Kill, I just put my own team name or my own names on there.
That's fair enough. So, let's talk about this playoff hierarchy as we go. So, the first stage of playoffs is the lower seeded people, the people who didn't win their division, have playing games, and it's seeded within their little, lower seed bracket. So essentially, everyone in seeds 1 through 5 has a bye going into the playoffs. So we're going to have LCD fighting Hunter, Kyle fighting Dylan, and Nigeria fighting Lebo. And then those 3 get reseeded into the main bracket.
And it looks like 2 out of 3 of those games are going to happen on Tuesday. And then we will have the other game eventually.
Yeah, the other game being Kyle's probably Wednesday or Thursday night.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, you have the same plus as Jim, who won 7 games.
That's amazing.
But I mean, think about it this way. If you had done what Jim did and just got plus 16 over 7 games instead, you would have been in this higher bracket with me and Jack.
That's what I'm saying.
Actually, no, because you would have.
I would have been the number 1 seed in the wild cards.
Yeah, because for you to go 7-2, you probably would have had to beat Jack. Anyway,
and
hypotheticals
that's not
out
possible
of the way.
This season.
Hypotheticals out of the way. Let's go take a look at let's talk a little bit about these playing games. So, first of all, commish picks. We tied.
Yeah?
Yeah. We both had the same number of correct predictions over the entire season.
I'll accept that because there was a lot of us disagreeing with each other.
Yeah, I mean, this last week was probably the most we agreed.
Right.
So yeah, we ended up
job.
with the same. You got one more correct prediction than me this week, so that got you up to tying me.
We brought it.
So let us take a look at this whole playing game situation. First up, LCD against Hunter, Seed 6 v Seed 11. Now, when I'm looking at LCD's team, I see not a lot of stuff that wants to deal with Mega Houndoom.
Hitmonchan.
Yeah, it's on the very short list of stuff that can handle Mega Houndoom, I think. Like Hitmonchan with the AV.
Nidoqueen could probably take one and clap back.
Right.
Before a plot.
Torn, possibly. Torn probably eats one. And then, like, either U-turns out or hits Hurricane.
Flip side of that, if Hunter brings Chansey, I see so much shit that just comes in and starts setting up. And by so much shit, I mean Kartana. Kartana comes in and hits Swords Dance, and then Hunter goes, uh-oh.
Yes, I agree. Although if it is the Scarf set, or the setup set with Swords Dance, then any of Hunter's Scarfers is going to be faster. So there's that.
And Houndoom will threaten it.
Yeah, Houndoom is obviously naturally faster.
If he goes for the speed one and gets some kills going first.
I don't think you can realistically spec Kartana to get the plus speed boost off Beast Boost, just because its base attack is so high.
Okay, that's
You're probably going to have to dig into like negative natures and zero EVs or IVs, stuff like that.
Yes. This is going to be a good game. Hunter has been doing really well with his team, and LCD has been doing even better.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure. Slowbro is a pretty good check to Urshifu, but then again, Urshifu also just U-turns out, and Slowbro, even though it eats it, doesn't really appreciate U-turns.
Yeah, and then he can go right into, like, Rotom.
Right.
Normal ass Rotom. Able to put in the work this week.
Yeah, actually, normal ass Rotom is pretty good. I could see something like... Well,
it just threatens with Shadow Ball.
Yeah,
unless more Pico comes,
just...
That's what I'm saying. Like, unless more Pico's there, just... Shadow Balls are just smashing this team for damage that he doesn't want to keep taking.
I mean, that's not
He kind of walls the shit out of it.
Yeah, and there's no normal type on LCD's team either.
That's what I'm saying.
And even if AV Hitmonchan comes in, then it's potentially getting Willowed. That's no
give
fun.
give me Nasty Plot, Shadow Ball on Rotom.
Yeah, you can't even like Lock Punch it.
Right.
Well, LCD's gonna have to figure some stuff out, because I mean, I feel like Hunter's offense is so good, but that's also goes for LCD's team. LCD's offense is fantastic as well. Like,
and LCD also has the Regenerator. As long as he can outlast Hunter, he will eventually win in the end, just because his Regenerator will keep his tanks healthy.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Is Hunter going to be able to out offense LCD's team before it can just pivot on you forever?
Yeah, could he just brute force his way through these threats?
Well, it'll be interesting for sure. I feel like I always say that. It's a very non-committal answer.
It is a non-committal answer, but to be fair, we're kind of also past the point of not non-interesting games. All these games have been pretty good all season.
Right, even games that were, I guess you could say, stomps on paper had some interesting moments that, you know, we can talk about and say like, oh, hey, such and such situation, you could also do this, and hey, it leads to these mind games, and you can say interesting stuff about a bunch of stuff, you know.
And all the teams are pretty evenly matched.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Comfey is going to do much this week. That's for sure. I think Comfey's a little bit afraid.
Yeah, I mean, Comfey, like, obviously, Draining Kiss is resisted by Kartana. Giga Drain is 4x resisted. Like, you can Giga Drain Slowbro, I guess. You can Draining Kiss Laddie, I guess, but I I feel like Hunter has better options for both of them than Comfey. So, yeah, I think Hunter's not gonna bring Comfey. I don't see Comfey doing a ton.
I think I'm actually going to pull for LCD here. I think he's going to pull this one out.
I like Hunter's team here actually. I feel like he can potentially have an easier game by just like slamming buttons and tell LCD to figure it out.
All right.
Jim saying he doesn't want to fight LCD for the third time. Fair enough.
That is fair.
Next match.
You wouldn't fight LCD for the third time for a while though, because it would be you versus you fight the winner of this game,
look.
Drac. Yeah, because
No.
it's 1v6.
No,
yeah, right?
It gets reseeded afterwards. So if LCD wins, he's going to be on the opposite side of the bracket as me. But if Hunter wins, I'm fighting Hunter.
What?
That's how that works. And then wait, would Jim play? Jim would be playing LCD if he wins. Sorry for the evil cackle. Anyway, Kyle against Dylan. All right, so Lantern's going to have a lot of heavy lifting to do this game. Let me tell you. I see absolutely nothing that wants anything to do with Scarf Dracovish. I'm sorry, Kyle. Like, your team is cool and all, but Lantern is pretty much the only option for Dracovish that I see. Like, yeah, you can get cheeky scarfs and stuff, and, you know, Corviknight with full defense probably lives a Vicious Rend, but that's not a situation you want to be in, really.
Yeah, but what if it's bulk up Corviknight?
Okay, then it's getting two-tapped.
Rocky Helmandibuzz puts it in a shit spot too, although it probably just also gets two-tapped.
Yeah, I think it also gets two-tapped, not to mention that foul play isn't going to be that amazing against Fish, because the reason Vicious Rend is so powerful is like from stab, strong jaw, going first, not really from a monstrous base attack.
Okay, but look at it this way. We've got going from the bottom of Kyle's team to the top. Fake out can come from Persian. Dual Blade gets sneak.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of resources dedicated to Dracovish, I'm just going to say.
Entei gets E-Speed. That's 3 priority moves that are all do some damage at the end of the day. Is Zoroark faster than not Scarfish?
Yes.
So there you go. I don't know. I think Kyle's got some things you can do.
I mean, I guess, but okay, let's look at the Persian situation. You like lead Persian against Dracovish, right? You fake him out, and then you have to bring in Lantern. Then if like Dylan reads that, he can pretty easily put you in a shit spot, you know? I'm just saying it's going to be real tough for Kyle to deal with Dracovish.
I don't know. I think Kyle's gonna do more than just deal with Dracovish.
I'm liking Dylan a lot this game. I also think Mega Guard is kind of an issue for Kyle as well. For one, it's faster than Zoroark naturally, and it gets all the coverage it would need for anything Kyle's putting out.
Mega Guard does do some work against this team. That you are right about. Just like looking at it quick, it just fucking smacks everything.
Yeah, you go like Psychic, Hyper Voice, or Moonblast, whatever you're feeling, and then, you know, Energy Ball for Lantern, and then like T-Bolt or something for Corv, or for the birds.
Or Mystical Fire to deal with.
Yeah, or even Mystical Fire.
For Roserade. Oh, no.
You got Psychic for...
have Psychic, right? Yeah, shit. Yeah, Mega Guard's going to be a problem. I still think Kyle's going to pull it out because he's Kyle, and he's going to be our first three-time champ.
Oh,
he's the only 2-time champ.
Wait, both of the brothers are 2-time champs.
Yeah, so Kyle's going to be our first 3-time champ.
Always with the pessimistic outlook. I'm voting for Dylan. I think Dylan's going to mop him up.
Oh God, is Kyle the bad guy of our league? Pessimistic.
Yeah. Well, you keep hyping them up. So I got to push back on you somehow.
Oh my God.
I'm giving it to Dylan this time. I think Dylan's going to run away with it.
All right. We'll see what happens.
Magnezone is also pretty good against Kyle's team as well.
Entei.
I mean, yeah, but who switches into Volt Switch?
Oh, Lantern can't do both.
Yeah, Lantern can't do both. That's
true. That's a lot of pre-pivot. Honestly, I'd probably run Scarf Magnezone against this team.
Yeah,
instead of
actually, Scarf
Scarfish.
Magnezone is really good. And then you could even run like Banded Fish or something to catch
Or
Lantern
just
coming
Boots
in.
or Life Orb.
Yeah,
Boots or Life
yeah,
Orb,
why
and
not?
then because you know he's running Water Absorb Lantern, like just facts.
Yeah,
So if you
like
run
you have
like
no
Boots or
choice if you
Orb, you can
pile.
switch moves. You can slam Outrage if you see Lantern. Like, does it get EQ?
Yep.
There you go.
Well, it's again the non-committal answer. It's going to be a good game.
I'm picking Kyle.
I'm picking Dylan.
Dylan's got a lot of answers, but I'm picking Kyle.
My vote is on Dylan. All right, next game. Nigeria and Lebo. All right, let's again. It's like the Dracovish conversation. We got the Megazard X question. What does Lebo do to deal with Megazard X? Ooh. Look, he doesn't get
Intimidate.
Tech Fat, does it?
He runs a bulky T-Wave Grand Bowl.
I mean, I do like that. I'm a big fan of that.
It doesn't solve it for a long time, and it doesn't solve it if he's got like probably even one dance under his belt, because like neutral fair blitzes are gonna fucking. But like it gives him some room to breathe. Also, I'd argue that defensive Gliscor may take less than 50 from non-Dragon Dance.
Yeah, I
Charizard.
think I agree with you. Not without the +1. Even with the +1, it's gonna be a 2-tap, I bet. However,
well, 2-tap, yes, but like
it's
how
probably
much?
it's probably a 3-tap if it's not.
Because you can't really
boosted.
2-tap Gliscor because it gets 12%,
Poison
and
Heal.
then the Roost, that's like 60. It's just ridiculous. Also, Savali, just any Savali, which one's he gonna bring? You know what I mean? Like, does he bring bulky water Savali?
Ooh, I like bulky water Silvally a lot, actually.
Yeah, like.
I mean, it can't do much
But
to Vileplume other than just parting shot out, but that's still pretty good.
Yeah, it gives him the forward momentum to go into his answer. What is his answer for Vileplume?
I mean, Greninja gets Ice Beam. It doesn't really want Mega Horns from. Well, but then it just Strength Saps you.
Strength Saps it all back. Colossal Slamming Overheat.
Yeah, that's not going to be
Maybe.
fun. Like a Future Sight Slowking is going to at least force it out.
Yeah.
Force
Even
probably
Psychic on
Lele.
Slowking.
Yeah, probably like it'll force Lele or Florges to come in at least.
I actually think Lebo has the team to deal with this team. I think he's gonna very easily win this match. Nothing against
really?
Nigeria, just on paper, I think his team is much better. Especially that what Savali, if any, is coming is going to be a problem for Nigeria.
I do also like Lebo's speed tiers against Nigeria's a lot. Greninja and Mienshao being lightning fast in comparison to Nigeria's team is a big help.
Watch it come down to Vileplume getting another goddamn sleep on FX4.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Because, like, so knockoff from Mienshao hits Lele neutral if it's not the Z Crystal, hits Haunter if it's not the Z Crystal. PZ gets its very useful item. Just knockoff is free against every Pokemon running down this list except for like Zard.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's fast knockoff. Like, I get it's neutral, it's not stab boosted. Or sorry, it's not stab boosted. It's not. But I think Lebo can do this. It shouldn't be too bad for him. If he builds even medium well, he'll do okay. I think Nigeria needs to play ungodly well and build ungodly well.
Yeah, I do like Lebo's team a lot actually as well. I mean, Slowking obviously doesn't want like that Zard T-Punch. And I don't think Zard gets Ice Punch for Gliscor, so you're relying on Flare Blitz as an outrage, so you're chipping yourself, so...
If that's like a D-Dance Roost, even Blitz like Earthquake or Blitz Outrage, Lebo might have a problem, but that's only if he lets it go off.
That's true. Lebo does have a ton of pivots, so it's going to be hard for Nigeria to get Zard in clean, I think.
Yeah, or at least in a super favorable position. Man, I really like that bulky bulky Granbull kit.
Yeah, what's Nigeria's pivot? It's only Magnezone, right?
He doesn't have Magneton, yeah.
Magneton, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Because I
And
don't
then
think Drifloon gets
Florges might
U-turn.
get teleport.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah.
Florges would be great if it got teleport. But
Florges
it's just
would be
kind of...
great if it got more moves in general.
Yeah.
No, I think Leebo's taking this.
I think I agree. I think I like Leebo's team. But I mean, the Zardex question is still out there. It can definitely do some stuff if it's like late game and stuff is chipped.
It's not a situation where like Zardex could come in and sweep. It's Zardex could come in and get a dance and then sweep in this situation. It needs to have at least one dance, and then I think Leebo is just in a uh-oh situation. But it also depends on his 4 moves, because Colossal might even be able to take an Outrage and just threaten with like a Rock Blast.
That's true. I think Colossal does eat an Outrage. And then if you're packing EQ as your 3rd move, you can't hit Slowking super duper well. You're relying on Outrage, which, don't get me wrong, is going to do a ton of damage, but it might...
But then what if Granbull comes in? What if you kill something and then Granbull's there? Like, I think Leebo has a lot of things to at least keep Charizard on
at
a leash.
arm's length.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess it sounds like we're in agreement. I think Leebo has a really good chance.
Yeah. Nothing against Nigeria here. Great battler. Obviously, we're in playoffs. Just I think Leebo's team is better equipped.
I think I agree. Well, that was the last thing I had on the docket for this Inside the PFL. So now that we are at the conclusion of the regular season, in retrospect, was week 10 the most important week of the season?
Yeah. It shook up. It could have shaken up all of the playoff spots. I mean, the chips fell where the chips fell, and playoffs wasn't shaken up that much, but lots of things were on the line here. Season 15 pretty much under wraps now. We're coming towards the back end of it. It's been a good season.
It's been a great season. And our battlers, applause to everybody who battled all 9 weeks of battles. 10 weeks of battles, but only 9 of which each person. You get what I'm saying. Everybody certainly played like it was the most important week of the season. Everyone played.
They really did.
Everyone played well, I think.
There was a lot of ruining happening this week too. A lot of people playing to screw other people.
Lots and lots of opportunities for people to play Ruiner.
Yeah, it was a great way to end a great season. We all did great. Just great. I'm gonna keep saying great.
Well, that concludes Inside the PFL for the rest of season 15. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I've been your host, Drac, joined by the co-host, Mike.
We'll see you guys next season.
We will see you for season 16. Good night, everybody.